This is the year you move. This is the year you take that next step. Whether you're starting out, starting over, or starting something new, you need a local moving company that you can trust. We're Mankato Movers. We're your hometown moving resource, and we'll get you there. Call or email about our pre-move service today.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this episode of I.C.E. I.C.E. stands for Inspire, Collaborate, and Encourage, and is our collaborative podcast we produce weekly. Each podcast is typically hosted live, but we also have available for replay on both our I.C.E. Facebook page and our I.C.E. YouTube channel. Each week, we interview a guest or guests that we felt had an interesting story to tell about the three keywords: inspire, collaborate, and encourage. In 2020, we found comfort and knowledge both personally and professionally from the podcasts of others. The podcasts we watched were either from others in our industry or business coach style individuals, but also from general people that just had a positive outlook on not only business, but life in general. We're excited to bring this to you each week at 4 p.m. Central on Thursdays. We will also have the ability in many of the presentations for you, the viewers, to ask questions like today of our guests live. So let us meet today's guest. Today's guest is a woman who is known the world over, at least in my world, Tanya Deutscher.
Hello, honey.
Hey, keep this professional. None of this honey smoochy stuff.
Okay, I forgot you don't like honey and sweetie.
That's right. That's right. We got to keep it professional. So we had another guest lined up today, and some things just fell through on their schedule. And so we had talked about doing this for a while, that we were going to have an interview with you and an interview with me kind of as a backup. So that's what we're doing today is we're going to give you, Tanya and I both feel like we have some different perspectives on things that we can share. And so that's why we're going to do it this way today. So, Tanya, let's start with your name, your business, and your profession.
Tanya Deutscher. The Visual Identity Vault is our main business. And then I also have Gracie B. Doodle Designs on a web store and a Facebook page, as well as an Etsy store.
Okay. And what kind of business is the Gracie B. Doodle and the Visual Identity Vault?
I'm a graphic designer, and the Visual Identity Vault is like a promotional business. We do screen printing, embroidery, graphic design of all kinds, signs, banners, and a lot of sublimation. And from that, this year, when you were in the hospital, I was thinking another income stream would be nice. So that's where Gracie B. Doodle Designs came into play. I can do custom requests for people that are needing graphics, because not everybody who does sublimation is a graphic designer. And maybe they are looking for something and they just can't find it and they have an idea. They can talk to me and I can create it for them. Or maybe they just don't have time and they want to buy digitals from someone. There's a lot of graphic designers out there who do sell their things. Unfortunately, there's a lot that just do image traces from Google Images and aren't the best. So it's my hope that I can build enough of a reputation that will bring people to me and the people that I know and support that offer great product for the money.
That was a yes or no question that just took you 10 minutes to answer. No, well, I'm just kidding. It was not a yes or no. Thank you for telling us that. Oh, my mom and dad are calling. We're gonna have to put them on silent. Hopefully nothing important. They might be trying to watch us. I don't know. Maybe dad's trying to tell me he can't hear me. I better check with him real quick. Yes, Dad. Oh, yeah. Let me call you back. Okay. Bill Deutscher checking in. They just got home and saw that I called him yesterday. Oh. Anyways, tell us about, and you forgot one business, I.C.E.
Oh.
Inspire, Collaborate, and Encourage. Not really a business, but just something that we've enjoyed doing and had a lot of fun with now. I think we're on week 14, if I remember right. So tell us about a day in your shoes.
It depends on if I oversleep or not, like the last 2 days. My day starts out with this little critter that I can't get a hold of that keeps scratching me. She wants up, but she doesn't want up. And then typically get up, get ready, go to the store, and my day can range from just doing graphic design to screen printing, running all over the place, typically taking care of our clients and just getting things done. I've gotten into a lot more collaboration this year, and that's kind of where I stemmed from during COVID, meeting people online. Sorry, she's attacking me.
She probably hears my voice. Hi,
yeah.
Gracia, Asia Grace. Gracia? I just called her Gracia. I don't know who that is.
I don't know either. Maybe your girlfriend.
Lock the door. Just shut the door, and then she can't bother you. Worst thing she can do now is go potty on the floor.
Or bark. So I'm involved in a lot of groups like Women in Garment Decoration, Business Basics, Sublimation, and more. Some groups I'm more active than others, and I can help others with, sublimation problems or ask questions. There's a group of us that get together on Mondays and just collaborate together, kind of give each other a boost up, saying, what are we going to accomplish this week? And then through kind of COVID and a shirt tribe opportunity from another group, you and I are also involved in that kind of little group that is an ongoing educational piece as well. That's been very helpful for us.
You can't keep saying you and I, because then when it comes time for you to interview me, I will be extremely boring for people to listen to.
Okay.
We got to keep people in suspense until it's my interview time.
Well, I think you have a whole other story to tell.
Oh, do I? All right. Can you tell me about someone who has had a big inspiration or has been a big inspiration in your life?
Growing up, it was my dad. I was always daddy's little girl, and my grandpa. But really, in the last 20 years, it's been you. When we met, I was very shy, didn't want to talk to anybody. I was very content to be behind the scenes.
On second thought, open the door back up.
She was plastered against the door.
I bet she was. Normally, we're not both on here at the same time, so somebody can control the dog while the other one's doing the interview. And
Face now.
She's such a diva. She's got to be involved. So you were saying it was all about me, I think, or something.
It was all about you. Meeting you really pushed me to get out of my shell. And I think one of your goals was to have me just tell you off. And the first time that you made me so angry that I told you off, you applauded. And that made me even madder because I was already so mad. So a fun memory. And it's kind of when I started being like, okay, I don't have to be afraid of talking to anyone and what they might think of me. And then throughout the years, I still was kind of content to be behind the scenes. And then this year I was kind of forced to really take on a lot and step into your big shoes.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've had a lot of things over the last, more than just the last year, where sometimes you've had to take the lead on things for a while and I have to take the lead on things for a while. And we've kind of gone back and forth on that depending on where we're at, career wise in our careers prior to the brick and mortar location here and stuff like that. So it certainly has kind of been all over the place for a while. What lessons did your dad teach you to encourage you?
Even though he didn't work most of my life because he was disabled, he taught me that working hard, even if you didn't have a job, was important. And that no matter if you were in pain or not, that you needed to have a smile on your face and show the people that you love them regardless. And that was really important. He showed me loyalty, even when a couple times I didn't think he should be loyal. But I always, from the time I was born, I was really close to my mom too, but my dad was my best friend and I just looked up to him for absolutely everything.
What lessons did I teach you? What lessons did you learn from me? Other than what you've already kind of alluded to of getting out of your shell.
To not take anyone's crap.
That's right, folks. If you want to know where the smart aleck attitude and the sometimes grumpiness comes from out of Tanya, that would be me.
Well, but you've pushed me to be better. When
I just pushed you to stand up for yourself. I mean, you don't. When I first met you, you didn't stand up for yourself. You didn't. You just kind of went. You went along, and even sometimes now, I mean, if we get into a disagreement, I'll just keep pushing your buttons just to get you to, like you said, tell me off, and then it'll be like, all right, good, you did the good. Now let's move on to the next argument.
You also were really great at encouraging me when I decided to quit rather abruptly my job that I had when we moved here to do what I wanted.
I think when you quit, I really didn't have much of an option but to go, okay, well, let's get into this.
Well, you're like, well, you can either get a job or you can go back to school. What do you want to do? And not everybody would have reacted like that. And so that's when I decided to go to graphic design school.
Right. What do you feel most grateful for in your life?
My family and friends. Especially over the last year and everything that's happened with COVID and both of our health issues. I'm happy that we have people in our life that love us and that are there for us. And even when they don't act like it, like one of our kids, we still know that there's love there. We just might not see it for a while, and we can't push it. And that's been something that's been hard for me with our youngest, is that he's an adult and he needs to make his own decisions. But I'm still very grateful for him.
What are some of the most important lessons that you have learned in life?
Integrity. If you don't stand by your word, you're not worth anything, and people will treat you as such. I try to always do what I say I'm going to do. Sometimes it might take me a little bit longer than what I would like, and I'm hard on myself about that. But integrity and kindness are probably number ones on my list.
Okay. Before we get to the speed round of questions, which I'm going to make up on the fly, let us hear about a couple of our sponsors. The Wow Zone Family Entertainment Center, located in Mankato, Minnesota, has 24 state-of-the-art bowling lanes, a 2-level laser tag arena, mini golf, video games, snack bar, sports bar, and restaurant. Bring a few or bring them all. The Wow Zone can fit them all. River Valley Dental, located in Mankato, Minnesota, provides their patients with the most current treatment using the latest dental technology. Dr. Tom Pooley and his team offer services ranging from general preventative care to restorative care. They are now offering cosmetic treatment paired with the med spa, with their med spa. At River Valley Dental, you are never just another set of teeth. You're a face with a name and a history. It is their privilege to serve you and guide you to your dental goals. River Valley Dental, your smile, our passion. And last but not least, Gracie B. Doodle Design is a new up-and-coming online store and social media group for the decorated apparel, design, and sublimation sector. From digital papers to sublimation blanks and more, Gracie B. Doodle is a great resource for the crafters or the professional shops. Online at www.graciebdoodle.company.site. All right. And we are back. So this is one of my favorite parts of these interviews that I kind of created as we've developed this program, and it is called the Mankato Movers Speed Round. I should name it the Speed Pack Round because that's at least something that they use in their industry. Mm-hmm. The Blue Crew, whose motto is "We'll get you there," Kerry Sorensen and his guys up there in Mankato. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Vegetables or meat?
Vegetables.
Beef or chicken?
Chicken.
Green beans or sweet corn?
Green beans.
Asia or Brewer?
Oh, that's not nice. I love them both, but probably Asia because she's attached to me.
I wanted to see if you said her name, if she'd kind of like turn her head and look at you or something. So
She will if I say Mr. Miyagi.
yeah, Mr. Miyagi, not Miyahi. Gi, Tanya,
Said
gi.
that.
Cobra Kai or the original Karate Kid?
Oh, I would say Cobra Kai. I really enjoyed that.
Braveheart or the Gladiator?
Braveheart.
And Mel Gibson or Bruce Willis?
Mel Gibson.
Blake Shelton or Keith Urban?
Blake Shelton. Duh.
All right, good job. Now we'll get back to the regular questions here. Enough of your dreaming and daydreaming. What are your proudest moments in your life?
Graduating from college and letting my son see that. Marrying you. And when we went out on our own with the brick and mortar store without partners.
Without partners. Okay. Good answers. Especially that marrying me part.
Yeah.
I fooled you. How has your life been different than what you had imagined?
Oh my goodness. I never imagined owning a business. I remember being little and mom would always talk about wanting to open a restaurant. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no, that's so much responsibility and, all this, that, and the other thing. And then we end up being entrepreneurs and following our dreams. Never would have guessed that we would have owned a football team. And I never would have guessed that if you say, hey, I have something I want to talk to you about, I have an idea, that either makes me a little bit excited or I want to just cringe and run away. Your ideas are typically really big.
Yeah, you're right there. They are. Let's see. How would you like to be remembered?
I think after, everything that's happened this year, I want to be remembered as someone who is inspiring to others, that people can come to if they're having a bad time, even if they just need someone to talk to. I'm available. As long as they're willing to help themselves and not, I don't want to say waste my time, but on some of the forums, there's always those people that log on and ask the questions that can be found on Google.
Hey, where can I find a Gildan cotton poly t-shirt?
Mm-hmm.
Really? Yeah.
If you're willing to step up and ask for the help, and it's something that you've tried on your own first, or you're just so frustrated, yeah. I'm willing to get in there with you. I've made some really great friends that I've never even met. And I'm really thankful for that. Thank goodness for technology and Zoom and, all these other platforms that have popped up this year. That's, I think, widened our life a lot. And while so many people are so crabby about it and just want to whine and moan on social media about having to wear a mask and the state of things, I wish people would open their eyes and try to find the good, because there is good that's coming out of this.
Well, yeah, I mean, a lot of it is that so many people just don't want to embrace anything. They feel that everything's been taken away from them because they're being punished, and it's we've gone back and forth about this, not only at home but at work a number of different times. I get it. I get both sides of the fence, but I guess. I was raised old school. You were raised old school. We're kind of one of the last generations that was, and you try to do the kinder thing for the greater good, and right. and so yeah, I think that there's always good to be found in something,
Mhm.
you just sometimes have to look a little harder for it than others.
You have to peel back the layers a little bit.
Yep. Yep.
I
It's
do.
like a blooming onion, which that sounds great for supper. How has your life been? Oh, that was the one I just asked you. How would you like to be remembered? That's the next one I just asked you. Do you collaborate with others in your life? And if so, how?
Oh my goodness, yes. We collaborate at work all the time. We have our weekly meetings, or just pick up the phone, no matter it seems like what time it is, or on Messenger. But there's a lot of collaboration in BNI, um, which that's also been a really positive influence in my life. That's helped me out. It's something I didn't want to do. I didn't want to embrace it, but once I did, it's really helped me. And then, like, Women in Garment Decoration, it's a Facebook group. Business Basics, another one. We get on there and we can say what's going on with us. Hey, I'm having this problem, or I have this idea. What do you think? Do you think it's dumb? How can I expand on it? And things like that. And then there's offshoots of that where all these other little micro groups are getting together outside of there and making those groups even stronger. And that's the coolest thing to see.
Right.
I don't think when Aaron Montgomery and Todd Downing, Nikki Adamkowitz, and Christine Shreve started all these little groups, that they would know the impact that they would have on so many people. And then even the offshoots of the podcast, we didn't go and do an industry podcast like a lot of people are doing. My idea was, more of the keywords: inspire, collaborate, encourage.
Mm-hmm.
But there's been a lot that have gone on, and they could have chosen to be mad about it. You're copying me and you're taking the market, but there's enough business for everyone, and we can all
Right.
learn from one another, and that's where the collaboration comes in, and it's just outstanding.
Yeah, and we've had quite a few of the names already that you mentioned. We've already had them on, or they're scheduled to be on with us in the future, and I really enjoy those interviews too. I enjoy all of them, but those ones that are the people that we kind of got this idea from.
Right.
It's kind of fun to interview them, because then at the end of it, it's like, okay, what'd you think about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like that we did? What did you hate? And things like that. And so it's good to get that kind of instant feedback from somebody else that's doing these to tell us and encourage us. You're doing great. Keep going. Maybe think about this. Maybe think about that. Whatever. So.
Well, and another thing that came from all of these groups is when you were in the hospital, strangers that I didn't even know were so supportive of me when I was terrified. And a lot of times I would go to the private groups because I didn't want you getting on your phone and seeing how scared I was, because you were already under enough stress. And so all the people in those groups that I've developed relationships with, I just really treasure that, because they were there for me at a time when I really needed people to hold me up.
I'm responding to a couple comments here. So Julie Frederickson said, "Amen, sister." So that must have been something in one of your long-winded answers. And Candace Peschke says, "Watching Two Goods right now." I think she means two goodies. I don't know. Two Goods. She's an art teacher, not an English major. So, what does? This is going to be a loaded question. What does your future hold? And please don't say that you envision yourself with Blake Shelton, because then that spells doom for me.
No, I think, we're going to keep building our business and working on our business, and we'll keep managing our health issues and keep rolling with the punches. Eventually I see us living in Burlington, smaller house and things like that, but that's a ways down the road too. We have that place to go and de-stress and just kind of relax for a few days and then come back and hit it hard again.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that we need to learn this year is that we need to take better care of ourselves and rest.
Yeah. And Burlington for us really was kind of where this whole idea, this really spawned from when we were in Burlington. That's when you first kind of said something to me, and then usually, like things work in probably most marriages, the wife says something to the husband, and usually the husband will ignore it. And then later, when it becomes the husband's idea, it's a great idea. So, yes, our house functions just like every other normal house.
I am
What?
thankful that
Oh, go ahead.
you did get involved with it though, because you took care of the logistical thing that I'm not as good at. You know, I picked the name and did the graphics and stuff like that, but I just was kind of floundering because I didn't have a true goal of how it was going to work. And then you came in and built the spreadsheet, and we started getting the visitors that way. So that was much appreciated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been fun to do this without a doubt, and it's fun to do it with you. I mean, we've talked before. People ask us all the time, "How do you work with your husband? How do you work with your wife?" And at this point in my life, I don't know that I really want to work with anybody other than you, as far as from a business partner standpoint.
Right.
Obviously, working with our employees is just as much enjoyment as well, and probably more enjoyable for them because at the end of the day, they can go home and they don't have to stick around us. But for future generations of our family, listening years from now, because of course, once it's on YouTube, it's never going to leave the internet. What words of wisdom would you want to pass on to them, and what would you want them to know?
Make sure that your family knows that you love them. Show them. Everyone gets so busy that you can forget to show that, and you can get short and snippy with them, or you can just lose touch, and that makes me sad. There are severed ties in my family, and I don't like that. But I hope the people that are in my life know how much I love them and appreciate them.
Good answer. All right, let's see here. How have I've been leaving the last round of questions to be what is it? What would you do? Would you rather? There, I think that's what it was, right? Because I didn't script any of this today, so this is just all off the cuff.
Oh,
Would you rather design a logo for the Olympics or for the Super Bowl?
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl is only in the U.S. Olympics is worldwide.
Yeah, but you've kind of got me on the football train.
Okay. Would you rather play football or baseball?
Oh boy. Football hurts. I know from experience. I got taken out on the sideline. But I don't like baseball. Probably football.
Would you rather go to coffee with Courtney or to Dairy Queen with me?
Coffee with Courtney.
I knew it. I knew it. I don't know. I can't see if she's listening. I'm not seeing a reaction out of her. There could be a 30-second delay. I'm not sure. If I hear a hoo-hoo, that'll be her hollering. Would you rather mow the lawn or clean the car? Both of which you do not do.
I mow the lawn.
Would you rather have me do the dishes or do the laundry? Both of which I do not do.
Courtney says she wins.
Oh, did she just comment?
I would say do the dishes.
There's Courtney's comments. I forgot that we could put the comments up. I win, she says. Yeah. Candace clarified. She said she meant two good people.
Okay.
instead of two goods right now. I'm still baffled on that one. All right. Well, you got anything else smart you want to say, or funny, or witty, or?
I just hope that in all of this chaos, that people try to reach out to others and to work with one another. You don't know how a text saying, "Hey, how are you?" can make someone's day, or a phone call, or a Facebook message. you know, some of those out of the blue ones are the most special and can totally turn my day around. Because for those that don't know, Jay had a heart attack in January, and it was very major. We're still dealing with that, and we'll be dealing with it for a long time. And I was just diagnosed with an autoimmune disease. So we could choose to lay down and give up, or we could do what we're doing and we can get up and kick butt and take names every day and learn to take care of ourselves a little bit better. So be nice, everybody.
Yeah. Candace is asking us to give her a break because she doesn't like virtual teaching and she's been typing all day because no one knows how to turn on their mic and talk. We love you, Candace. We love you. Exactly. All right. Well, Tanya, we thank you. Tanya and I thank you, Tanya, for being on the show. Or maybe I should say Tanya and I thank you, Tanya, for being on the show. Yeah. No, thanks for being in the interview today. Enjoyed it. It was kind of fun to do this off the cuff. I'm making you do my interview off the cuff as well.
Okay.
And I think it's just kind of funner to do it that way. So
Absolutely.
next, I got to take a drink. My mouth is dry. Hi, Asia Grace. You going to say hi to everybody?
Hi, Erin.
Hi, Asia. She's like looking up at something off to the side. Anyways, next week on the show, we are going to have a mystery guest. We had a few people that we had lined up based on schedules. Schedules change. And so I'm not exactly sure who we have for a guest next week. We'll get that figured out between now and next Thursday. We'll have a great episode for you again. We'd like to thank our sponsors for today's episode. If you're looking to travel, either domestically or internationally, call Jana Hughes at, where's her logo? Here we go. Jana Hughes with Travelooza. Call Jana and book your next vacation from weekends to resorts or cruises. Jana and her team are ready and waiting to get you back on your feet, headed for the sun and sand. Call 1-888-689-0660. The Visual Identity Vault, located in the heart of historic downtown Fairmont, is a full-service decorated apparel provider with screen printing, embroidery, sublimation, and more. Also offered are signs, banners, design services, paper-printed products, promotional items, and custom gifts. 4,000-plus feet of retail space with great deals for everyone, young to old. TVIV also offers a variety of different fundraising ideas and opportunities for your groups needing to earn some extra cash for that special trip. Contact TVIV today at sales@tvivmn.com or online at www.tvivmn.com. And lastly, Gemini Studios is the leading video production company in southern Minnesota based out of downtown Fairmont. Gemini Studios offers many services such as VHS to DVD transfers, picture scanning to CD, advertising, commercials, voiceover recording, educational and informational videos, and live streaming of special and school events. If interested in any of their services, please call them at 507-235-5190. And that wraps things up for today. On behalf of both Tanya and I, and Asia Grace, and Brewer, who's probably hiding in a corner, would like to thank you, the viewers, who tuned in to check this ICE thing out. And we hope that you found the message of inspiration, collaboration, and encouragement to be useful in your personal and professional lives each day. Thanks a lot, everybody, and have a great day.
See ya.